Let's just get right into it. Something big is happening in the world of software development. People are talking about a magnitude 9 earthquake, a fundamental shift that is rewriting the job description of a programmer, like right now as we speak. So the question isn't if things are changing anymore, it's how fast, how deep, and honestly, who's going to get left behind?
And look, this isn't just some random person on the internet saying this. This is coming from Andrej Karpathy, one of the sharpest minds in AI, co-founder of OpenAI, the guy who ran AI at Tesla. When someone like him admits he's struggling to keep up, that he feels a skill issue, well, that sends a massive shockwave through the whole industry. This is the source of the panic.
All right, first things first. Let's really dig into what's causing all this anxiety. What is this earthquake that has even the most senior developers feeling like the ground is moving under their feet? Because it's not just about a better autocomplete. No, this is a fundamental change in the tools we use every day. Karpathy calls it a new programmable layer of abstraction. Basically, a whole new level of complexity that's being slapped on top of everything programmers already have to know. It's kind of like you're a master car mechanic, you've spent your whole life learning engines, and then someone comes along and says, great, now you also have to be an expert in quantum physics just to open the hood. And just look at this list. This isn't just learning a new JavaScript framework. The words themselves are different. We're talking about managing agents and sub-agents, crafting prompts and contexts, dealing with weird memory modes. You're not just giving commands to a machine that does exactly what you say anymore. You're trying to manage a team of what Karpathy calls fundamentally stochastic, fallible things. Basically, unpredictable alien minds. Okay, so this new layer isn't just a theory, right? It's being brought to life by a whole new generation of tools that are making this abstract fear feel, well, very, very real. So let's look at the actual AI agents, the AI teammates, that are shaking everything up. Yeah, forget about the old school GitHub Copilot that would just, suggest the next line of code. That's ancient history. We are now in the age of AI coding agents, and a better way to think about them is as autonomous junior developers. You give them a task, they go off and work on it, they run their own tests, they submit their own pull requests, and some of them will even leave you a voice note explaining their changes. It is a completely different ballgame.
And you can already see the major players taking their positions on the battlefield. By 2025, it's going to be pretty clear. You've got OpenAI's Codex, which feels like a really mature agent for developers. Then you have this wild new thing from Google called Jules, which is audio first. Like, imagine getting a code review as a podcast. And then there's Microsoft's Copilot++, the one people are calling the silent killer, because it just works deep inside your pipelines, automating everything. They're all coming for different parts of a developer's day.
So as you can imagine, this absolute explosion in what AI can do has created a firestorm online. I mean, the public square is just a total mess of different opinions, with really smart people on all sides arguing about what's actually going on inside these things. Like, do they actually understand the code they're writing? So on one side, you've got the philosophers. This commenter on Hacker News put it perfectly. They said, you can use 1,000 words to describe chocolate, but you can't ever really transmit the taste. Their point is that since these AIs only know language and data, they can never have real, lived experience or understanding, which you absolutely need to solve really tough, complex problems. But then, on the other side, you have the pragmatists. And their response, also from Hacker News, is, well, a lot more blunt. They're basically saying, who cares about philosophy when the results are this good? These systems are translating languages, playing Go better than any human, passing medical exams, all stuff we used to say required real understanding. Sooner or later, as this person puts it, you just have to look at the goddamn scoreboard. So this is what it all comes down to, right? The whole chaotic, messy debate boils down to this one huge question. Are these AIs just super fancy parrots, just predicting the next word based on patterns they've seen a million times? Or are they actually building their own internal models of how the world works, allowing them to reason in a way that looks a lot like real intelligence? The answer to that question changes absolutely everything. Okay, this is where we pivot. It's really easy to get caught up in the panic, to get lost in these philosophical rabbit holes. But what happens if we just zoom out for a second? What if this crazy, unprecedented crisis is actually part of a very old, very predictable pattern? And this really sets up the two big camps, doesn't it? On the left, you have Karpathy's very real feeling that the entire profession is being ripped apart. But on the right, you have the academic perspective from a paper, and I love this title, called Chill Y'all, AI Will Not Devour SE. And their whole point is that, hey, software engineering has always absorbed crazy new ideas from AI. This is just evolution, not the apocalypse. And if you look at the history of programming, this pattern becomes super clear. We didn't start with Python. We started with assembly language, which was a huge leap over manually flipping switches. Then we got higher-level languages like C. Then came object-oriented programming, then these massive frameworks and libraries. Every single step was about raising the level of abstraction, letting one person do the work that used to take 10 people. AI agents, they're not the end of the line. They're just the next logical step. And here's the bottom line. The whole point of engineering has never been just to write code. The point is to solve problems. And engineers throughout history have always grabbed any tool they could find that let them build bigger, more powerful, more complex things with less of the boring manual grunt work. AI isn't killing engineering. It's the ultimate expression of what engineering has always been about. So if AI starts handling more and more of the routine coding, what's left for us? What's the human's job? And this, right here, is the most important question. The value isn't just vanishing into thin air, it's moving. It's moving up the stack towards the skills that are really hard to automate. And this is that new stack. First up, domain knowledge. You have to actually understand the business or the science or the world your software lives in. Next, problem framing. This is the ability to deal with those messy, wicked problems with a dozen stakeholders who all want different things. Then there's systems design, the big picture, architectural thinking. AI can't do that yet. And maybe most importantly, engineering judgment, that human wisdom to make the tough calls between things like speed, security, and cost. And finally, there's tacit knowledge, all that gut feeling and intuition you only get from years of experience. You can't write that down in a textbook for an AI to read. And there was this one analogy from that online discussion that it sums this all up perfectly. An AI might be like a mechanic who can follow a repair manual to the letter, but the human engineer, the one who truly understands the physics of the engine, they can diagnose the problems that aren't in any manual. They can invent totally new solutions. In a world where AI gives you the how, a deep human understanding of the why becomes a genuine superpower. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. For a long time, we valued people who have all the answers. But maybe we're moving into a world that values people who ask the best questions. If AI becomes this infinitely powerful engine for getting things done, maybe the most critical human skill is simply having the wisdom and the creativity to point that engine in the right direction in the first place.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.